Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Midwest Muscle Show. That's right, this is the inaugural episode. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you for your support, for listening in on my show, and joining me on this kind of crazy journey here. A little bit about myself. I am the host, Matt Franz, and I am the founder of Midwest Muscle. Well, I say I'm the founder. I'm kind of really the co-founder. I'm going to be real honest. My wife does a ton of work with this. She is just absolutely wonderful. She puts in a ton of work behind the scenes, and it would not be possible for me to do any of this if it weren't for her. And I promise she's not standing behind me with a gun to my head. Um, Actually, to be honest with you, she is upstairs resting because she is pregnant with our fourth child. I have three boys, and we are expecting another boy in about a month or so. So we are extremely busy. Excuse me. Which brings me to my next point. Why did I found Midwest Muscle in the first place? Well, I have always been interested in fitness and getting in shape, and I really liked lifting weights. So, of course, I looked on the internet, I surfed the interwebs. What's the fastest, best way to get in shape, put on the most muscle, be the most jacked or whatever? And all I could find really is you had to go to the gym, do a million different exercises for 2 hours, and spend $200, $300 a month on supplements, have your nutrition exactly right, count your calories, dial in your macros, this and that. And, as soon as I got out of college, I got married, started a career, and very quickly realized that's not exactly possible for me. Uh, so I decided to kind of do my own thing. I discovered that I could get in extremely good shape with just a single kettlebell and about 20 minutes a day. And as I got better and better at this, I thought to myself, man, a lot of dads out there are probably kind of like I was in the beginning, just commuting, working 40 hours a week, commuting like an hour each day. That's what I have. I commute actually an hour there, an hour back every single day. So I am busy. I have, like I said, three kids and a wife, and I own a home. And where does my time go? It's not like I have all this time to drive to a gym to put in some really intense workout to come home and have my nutrition on point all the time. I definitely don't get 8 to 10 hours of sleep every night. These are less than ideal conditions for being, at the top of my game in terms of fitness. So, like I said, I found a Midwest Muscle because I I saw the opportunity to share a better way with men that are similar to me. Um, and the best way is this. I'm going to tell you right now. This is the secret. Grab like a 50-pound kettlebell and cut out 20 minutes of your day. And I will do the rest for you. I will tell you what to do with that kettlebell within those 20 minutes. And, we can talk about nutrition. We can talk about nutrition within the context of a family, with a wife who is probably not, or maybe she is, that'd be cool, but is probably not doing the same program as you, with kids who are probably not cool eating really healthy food every day. All of this stuff I think about because I live it every day. Um, and I want to share with you a better way to live, because if you can be healthier, you can be happier in your everyday life. You can be a better husband. You can be a better father, not just today or in the short term, but think about all the long-term effects that this stuff will have on your health. You'll have more years to give to your family, and live a more fulfilling life with your kids. I oftentimes think about if I was not doing all of this to get in shape, to get healthy, what kind of father am I going to be in, 10, 15, 20 years? I don't want to sit on the sidelines and watch my kids grow up and have to say like, "Oh no, sorry guys, I can't go on a hike with you. I can't go camping with you. I didn't keep myself in shape. It would be my fault. Or I can't play catch with you, or I can't practice toss the ball around with you because I didn't take care of myself my whole life. Um, I definitely that terrifies me to grow old and not be able to grow old with my children, to a certain extent, of course. But I want to keep up with them as long as I can. I want to do everything in my power to be present for my family as long as I can. Um, wow, I really got off track there. That is that is kind of that's what is in my heart while I build out Midwest Muscle, and I want you to join me for that. So like I said, I really appreciate you being here. Um, we're going to get into our first topic of the day, which actually has nothing to do with kettlebells. It's pull-ups. And why am I starting with pull-ups? Well, not everyone at the moment has a kettlebell. Um, it's currently 2020. If you're listening to this years in the future, if this even exists, we're all kind of stuck in our homes, and a ton of people started thinking about home fitness, and they all bought kettlebells. And there's actually a documented kettlebell shortage right now. It's extremely hard to get kettlebells. Um, so that's why I'm actually starting with pull-ups, because I did check today. You can buy a $30 pull-up bar for your doorway. You just order it on Amazon, go to Walmart, go to Target, they've all got them. 30 bucks or less. Put it up in your door and you can start working out. It's that simple. Okay, chances are, or maybe not chances are, but there's a probability you probably don't do pull-ups every day. Not many people do. So I'm going to talk about, even if you can do 0 pull-ups right now, how to get from 0 to 1, and then even go beyond that, because pull-ups are crucial to your health. Your grip strength, as you age, of course, you're going to start losing muscle mass, and one of the things that's going to go is your grip strength. Right now, man, you can open every single jar your wife asked you to, but in 15 years, I don't know, man. You could lose all your grip strength, and what's going to happen? You're going to have to pay the kid down the street to open the jars, and that is not, your wife will not be impressed. Um, Sorry, I got off on another tangent there. So your grip strength, huge. Secondly, your shoulder health. Your shoulder is extremely complex, as I'm sure you know, one of the most complex joints in the body. And if you do not take care of your shoulders, you're going to have a lot of trouble down the road. In fact, I'm sure you probably know this, but a lot of times when people go to a doctor for shoulder issues, they won't even operate on it. It's too complex of a joint. The chances of something going wrong are extremely high, and people just end up in chronic pain in their shoulders because uh, whatever happened, their body was not prepared, the muscle wasn't there, and it can't quite heal itself. So pull-ups are huge when it comes to shoulder strength. Um, and then thirdly, if you are looking just to, you know, stay in a healthy body as you age, you're going to want to start putting on lean muscle mass. I'm not saying get huge. I'm not saying look like Arnold, but yeah, you want to cut down on that body fat and retain as much lean body mass muscle as you can as you age. And oftentimes pull-ups are considered like the king of upper body exercises because, man, they recruit like every single muscle in your back. It's huge. Your back is obviously one of the biggest muscle groups of your body. So you need to do what you can to to work that and to put mass there because it's crucial for your long-term health and your aging. With your posture, like I said, with your shoulder health. I mean, your back is involved in literally every motion you're going to do as a human being. So I'm sure you can understand why that's important. Okay, so let's pretend you go out tomorrow or today. You do some online shopping, order a pull-up bar, and Amazon Prime delivers it tomorrow. Great. You put it in your door. What do? Here's what you're going to do. I'm going to tell you right now. You are going to do what's called a dead hang. And all that is, you put your arms up there, you grasp the bar, and you hang there. Get your feet off the ground. I don't even want your elbows, your arms to be bent. Just hang there using purely your grip. And that it's going to be harder than you think. Right off the bat, when I started doing dead hangs, thought I was just like, oh yeah, that's simple. I can dead hang for 30 minutes easy. No, I could not dead hang for hardly 20 seconds the first time I did this. So what I would say is this is your number one step. Dead hang for, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds and then just let go. Even if you feel like you can do more, we're just going to break it down. So dead hang for like 10 seconds, then just wait around for a while till you feel good, till your forearms loosen up again, and then dead hang another 10 seconds, and then another 10. And I would shoot for overall is about 2 minutes a day of dead hanging. And I don't mean all 2 minutes all at once, at least not off the bat. I would say just accumulate 2 minutes a day. You really want to do this. And another interesting side effect of just dead hangs alone, not even pull ups or chin ups or any of that, studies have shown that the the strength that you're going to gain in your shoulders, the muscle buildup, is really good for reducing sleep apnea because all of those muscles, like in your scapula and all that in your shoulder there, are extremely important for your breathing at night when you're lying flat and everything. And of course, as you age, you'll probably, you put on a little bit more mass and it's harder for you to breathe while you're like laying on your back or something. So I can't remember the exact name of the study right now, but there was, I believe it's in Hawaii or, well, I'm not going to botch the details, but the consensus was that these people in their culture, there was a lot of like tree climbing and everything like that, and there was a lot of just like hanging from trees or whatever, and there was almost zero counts of sleep apnea in all of that, all of their citizens and everything. So they concluded that it was because of all the muscle development along people's shoulders and their scapulas and everything that was staving off sleep apnea as people age. So, no, if nothing else, if you decide you don't even want to do pull-ups, at least do dead hangs. I'm serious. It's like a not a cure-all, but it's up there for just really basic exercises of what you want to be able to do. Okay, so dead hangs. So I would say if you can accumulate 2 minutes a day, that would be fantastic. And then as you go on, so maybe you've gotten up to 2 minutes a day and it's all broken down into 10 seconds. And then slowly shoot for 15 seconds each one. Slowly shoot for 20 seconds each one. Until I would say you're probably good when you can do 30 seconds of dead hangs. So what is that? 4 sets of 30 seconds. And then maybe move on to this next part. And the next thing I want you to do is start doing body weight rows or inverted rows. So that's where you're lying on your back and you reach up to like maybe you could bars or something, or some people do them they lie with their head underneath it like a dining room table and they grip the end of the dining room table and pull up like that. So I would say start doing body weight rows because you want to start working all your lats and all the muscles in your back, your rhomboids, all that in a more direct fashion because you're going to be building up. Remember, we're building up to the pull-up. So I would shoot for like 10 a day and every single day because we're not really like destroying the muscle every day. You're not going to be lying in a pool of sweat, shaking, unable to move. It's nothing like that. Like we just want very basic strength movements every single day so we can establish the mind muscle connection, right? Because you're probably not used to doing all this. So you need to learn strength. It's not just I'm going to add as much muscle as possible. Like there will be muscle growth, but a huge part of this is just teaching your body how to activate those muscles in your back. So that's why we're doing every day instead of we're going to go crazy one day and not be able to do it in, for another week or so. You're never going to get it at that point. Okay, so rows. I shoot for 10 reps a day. So if you can do one, great. Do one, rest, then do another, rest, do another. And then eventually you'll be able to do two. So try to do it in twos. And it's not going to be just in a linear fashion. So sometimes you'll do two, and then you're going to do one, and then you rest for a while, and you can do another two, and then you can do another two, and then a one. So just mix it up. Always vary the sets. Um, but I would shoot for in the end to try to do like two sets of five, and once that becomes easy, um, I would say you can move on to your next then the next in the step the next step in the progression towards a pull up. Excuse me. Um, and I think the next logical step is what's called a flexed arm hang, or it's people call it like a reverse pull up or something like that. All you do is you use like a chair, or maybe you can even jump if you can jump, great, and grab the bar, jump up to the bar, or stand or climb up to the bar. Grab it like you're at the top of a pull up or at the top of a chin up motion, and just hold there as long as possible and slowly let your body down. Again, I'm going to say shoot for 10 reps a day. Um, but if you can do one or two, and then you're like, man, that was really hard. I don't even know if I can get to 10 reps. So do your one or two, and then do the other 8 reps or whatever of the row, the body weight row. So see what I'm saying? So like, sometimes it's not going to be like, oh, you just automatically jump up to the next step in the progression, and then you don't have to do the other ones anymore. It's not that clean cut. You might be one of your workouts might be two reverse pull-ups or whatever. You're gonna get up there. You're gonna hang and slowly let yourself down. One time you rest, you do it again. You're like, oh man, I can't do it again. So then you go to the body weight rows, and maybe that day you're tired or something. So I'd say even then, do the rest of your workout and just do dead hangs. So don't worry about always having these perfect sets of, oh, I got my exact reps in of that step in the progression. No, if you're tired or something, make sure you do the reps just at a lower progression. Do what you can, because like I said, we're learning a skill. We're not necessarily trying to add a bunch of muscle. So you just got to get the practice in so your mind understands how the muscles are going to work, how the weight of your body feels, all that stuff. Uh, because it's a skill, not just brute strength or whatever. Okay, so once you can do, your ten reverse pull-ups, whatever you want to call them, then I would start doing maybe partial reps. So take a chair or something, put your feet on it, as much as you need. Even put as much even up to your like knee or something. Put whatever weight you want on there, and then start doing like the pull-up motion. Um, so maybe that's only the top half. Maybe only do the bottom half. Use the chair to kind of balance out to find the exact weight that you need so you can complete the reps as needed. Um, and again, sometimes do the top half. Maybe do 5 on the top half of the rep. Maybe do 5 in the bottom half of the pull up. Or even if you can do just the full motion, but with your feet or part of your leg on the chair. That's great too. Just try to get those 10 reps again. Um, and then I would say honestly, like after you do that for a week or two, you'll probably be able to do at least one full pull up. Um, so I don't want to like put a time on this. I don't want to say like, oh, you'll be able to do pull ups in however many weeks, because it really kind of depends on you, on your body, on uh, your recovery, all this kind of stuff. But yeah, I would say like realistically probably within a month you'd at least do one pull up, and that's conservative. So once you can do one pull up, like I said before, do your one pull up. Okay, maybe you can't do any more pull ups for the day, then revert to the half reps or the assisted reps with the chair. Then if you can't do that, go to the body weight rows. Just get 10 reps in every single day. That's super important. Okay. Some bonus tips. If you have an ab wheel, do one rollout of the ab wheel before you do your set of whatever it is you're on. This will have the best effect when you can do either the partial reps or the actual pull up when you're doing like a vertical pull. For whatever reason, I don't know the science behind it, but it's like the motion that you're making with the ab wheel when you're rolling out, excuse me, kind of primes your body just right so that it understands when you reach up to that pull-up bar how to activate the right muscles and everything. So that's just something I found extremely useful. But yeah, so that's basically what I would say to do pull-ups. Like if you want a really simple program, okay, do a week of dead hangs. Once you can work up to 2 minutes accumulated dead hangs with 30-second reps. So, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 4 sets of 30 seconds. You're basically doing 4 dead hangs a day. Do that for a week, and then do 10 bodyweight rows every single day for like 2 weeks, and then do partial reps for another week or so. And I'd be willing to bet at the end of that, you're going to be able to do 1 pull-up, at least. Okay, so once you have 1 pull-up, I seriously would revert to just getting 10 reps every single day. And I know from experience this will work. A few years ago, I could not do pull-ups to save my life. Seriously, if someone put a gun to my head and said, do 10 pull-ups, that'd be it for me. I'd be gone. I really took this idea from another fantastic coach, Dan John. He has a program. It's called Easy Strength, and it's all about just doing very low reps every single day. You don't ever want to get sore. You don't want to overdo it. You want to practice so your body can get stronger through practice and through muscle growth. But mainly, the idea is, if you do the math, he breaks down the math. I'm not a mathematician. I'm actually really bad at math. But the amount of practice you get just by doing 10 reps a day, every single day, versus, your more traditional workout schedule of, I'm going to do pull-ups twice a week or whatever. I can't even put into words. Like, the amount of practice, the amount of pull-ups that you're going to do just by doing 10 reps a day in the long run is just obscene compared to what other people are doing by trying to go really hard once or twice a week. So this is the best way, guaranteed. So anyway, what I was saying, I used to not be able to do 10 pull-ups to save my life. And I decided, okay, I'm going to try to get 10 pull-ups every single day, no matter what it takes. So I would do 1 pull-up. Sometimes, man, I would wait like half an hour, do another pull-up, I would not do them all at once in the day. I spread them out throughout the day. I did whatever it took, but I got my 10 reps in. In just 2 weeks, I was already doing like sets of 3, and then I was doing sets of 5, 2 sets of 5. And then I, just to switch things up, some days I would do 5 sets of 2, 3 sets of 3, whatever. And then before you knew it, like in a month, I started putting weight on the pull-ups. I put 5 pounds on, and I just did my 10 reps with 5 pounds on. And then suddenly I was doing 10 pounds. And in just 3 or 4 months, I was doing it with like a 45-pound plate attached to me, doing 2 sets of 5, and it was easy. So, this will work. I know from experience. You can start at 0 pull-ups. You can buy a pull-up bar and follow this schedule, and you will be able to do pull-ups, period. This is not just anecdotal. This is scientific. Though I can't tell you the science behind it. I don't understand the science behind it. I know that it works. It's purely anecdotal. Anyway, okay. So that's how you want to approach pull-ups. And if you have another thing, if you do have a kettlebell or something, do rows with it. Do bent over rows with it. Work your back. it's the same idea as body weight rows. I think body weight rows are a little bit better in the progression towards pull-ups, but yeah, don't shy away from just picking that bell up and doing some rows with it every single day. Um, Another way you can go about increasing pull-up numbers, so you're at the point where you can do 2, 3, or 4, and you just want to start getting a lot better at them. So let's say you've got that doorway pull-up bar up there. Put it in a door that's like, I don't know, somewhere that you pass a lot in your house, and then just do 1 every time you pass it. Don't do 2, don't do 5, don't try to max out. Just do 1. And throughout the day, like I said, put it in a kind of a high traffic area. You're just going to accumulate reps. Some days you might this is when you want to maybe get into more than 10 reps, but the point stands where you're just practicing the motion over and over and over again, but not trying to do like, oh, I'm going to do as many pull-ups in one set as I can and just really torch my back muscles. That's not the point. You just want to get those reps in so you can master the motion. So then your body will say, okay, I need to start adding strength here. I need to start building muscle here. That's how it works. Okay, so like I said, just grab a doorway pull-up bar and put it in a door. That's the secret. One thing I will note, I have one, and it's got like kind of a foam on the side of it, so on the parts that like hold against the door frame. So there's a little bit of friction there, and you might, when you take it down, you might have to, if it's like a nice looking door, I would say like, don't leave it there all the time. And when you take it down, it's not going to be like a scuff mark, but you can just wipe it off. It won't damage your door or anything, but there might be a little dark mark there. You have to take a wet rag and wipe it off with. Another thing before I go is do not get those pull-up bars that are like, they're kind of like shower curtains where you unscrew it and it extends inside of your door. Because they say on there like, oh yeah, you can screw it in to be more secure, or it's fine how it is. It's not fine how it is. I can tell you from experience, I had one in high school when I was first trying to do pull-ups and I failed. Anyway, I jumped up there to do my pull-up and it came loose and I fell flat on my back. And it was probably pretty funny to everyone else. But yeah, don't get that. Because then the other option is just, sure, screw it into your door frame and then you've ruined your door frame. So this other kind where it's got like, it like uses physics and presses against the door and keeps you up there, that's the way to go. Maybe I'll link it. I'll put a link in there in the show notes or whatever. So, all right. That is my rant about pull-ups. I'm also gonna write in the notes that little program I laid out, so you can have that. And now we're gonna move to some listener questions. These are questions submitted by listeners of the show. Okay, that was it for the questions submitted by listeners of the show, since this is the first show and there are currently no listeners. All right, thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this very first episode of the Midwest Muscle Show. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. And finally, if you want to learn about kettlebells, getting in shape, head over to midwestmuscle.co and hit that download button. It's just a free 30-day collection of kettlebell workouts that I made, and they only take like 20 minutes about. So go to midwestmuscle.co, hit download, and you will have a whole month's worth of kettlebell exercises specifically designed for the busy dad. Okay? All right. Thanks so much. I hope you have a good one. Bye.